Hey, yo, Red, you remember the record?
What record you talking about, man?
Man, I'm talking about Damien by DMX.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty it fits the season.
Tis the season, man. Yo, happy Halloween, everybody. Yo, what's up, Cornerstoners? My name is Johnny Warbucks, and I'm here with Kalishnikov Red. And welcome to our 27th installment of Remember the Record. And today, we are talking about the cult classic, Damien, which was first released on the album It's Dark and Hell is Hot back on May 19th, 1998. That's a specific time. Yo, but before we talk about any of that, we do need to do a little housekeeping over here to give them even more reasons to keep trying to steal our podcast money and give a couple of quick shout outs, all right? So please follow us at Remember the Record on Instagram and leave comments there and on our other social media pages to have your comments and questions read on future shows like we're going to do here in a moment. Follow the Remember the Record podcast on your favorite streaming platform. We need help seeing more followers, comments, ratings, and reviews on all of those platforms. So please do so if you haven't already. And like this content, if you like this content and want to see more of it, follow the Rapper's Corner podcast on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. Be sure to check out MC Endure, all right, from Sacramento, California. We're releasing that episode on YouTube this week, so be on the lookout for that. In November, we're going to be interviewing Ramses Ali Davis. He's out of Newark, New Jersey. So if y'all want to go check him out early over at his Instagram page, it is at Ramses Ali Davis. See what all this hype is about.
Sorry, guys, it was my dog.
Oh, it's always a dog.
It's always a dog.
This is for my dogs. For my dogs.
Where my dog's at.
Yeah, where my dog's at. But what? All right, so this is our third horrorcore themed Remember the Record episode. So if you haven't peeped them yet, be sure to also check out our previous shows for Brother Lynch Hung's Rest in Piss and Necro's Dead Body Disposal.
Every day, all day, to the day I die.
And Necro's Dead Body Disposal. Let's talk about death, baby. And also from last year's previous installment, we did what? Ghetto Boys, Mind's Playing Tricks on Me. Yeah, that's in the backlogs of our catalog.
Sorry, I was listening to Joey Coco Diaz podcast and out of nowhere he's like, at night I can't sleep. I toss and turn. And I was like, how does he know about Ghetto? He's like, Ghetto Boys. My mind's playing tricks on me. He like said the year and everything. I was like, damn, like that's what's up.
It was Mom Duke's birthday yesterday, right? And I was walking through a Party City, and I saw this woman. She had a Boys in the Hood shirt, like from the movie. And I saw when I'm walking by, I had my Wu-Tang shirt on. I was like, because the boys in the hood are always hard. And she was like, started laughing. She was like, you talking about my shirt? Yo, shout out to our boys in the hood, man, and WNL on them. So listen, we're gonna wrap up this month with the finale of the theme. We're gonna do 3-6 Mafias. Anyone out there?
North.
All right. So a little late for any more extra comments.
Hollywood.
Funky Town. Yeah. I can't wait to talk about 3-6 Mafia and Lord Infamous specifically.
Yeah.
So let's give a couple of quick shout outs. All right. Bulk of this is coming from Johnny's Instagram, Johnny Warbucks. First comment is from the homie Sixth Element. All right.
Boy.
That's our boy. We did a show on the Rapper's Corner. It's on YouTube with Sixth Element. That's 6IXTH _ Element, ELEMENT. All right. Simple and plain. He said, hey, one of my son's favorite songs.
Yeah, I saw that.
I love it, man, because he's a young dude himself, so that means that his son gotta be young.
Nah, that's cool.
Rocking with Damien. Yo, Damien's a banger. MF Nico, NICOO, one of the dopest storytelling songs. R.I.P. X.
It is.
It
is. Definitely is.
Concur.
Definitely is.
Yeah, and we're gonna go in deep about it today. Now, from Johnny Warbucks' TikTok.
Somebody was better than somebody else.
Oh, man. Hold on. We're going to talk about that, too. There's El Padrino 818. That's ELPADRINO 818. Simple and plain. He gave this song 2 fire emojis. What up? Definitely mad respect. Rowdy Rob. All right. ROWDYROB. Rowdy Rob. This is the song that made me a fan of X. And I'll tell you what, man, I think I agree. But it's like, I really, really rocked with the Rough Riders single when it came out. That was like a real catchy summer jam.
I think everybody
was rocking with what you know, shut them down, open up shop, let's go. Yeah, Swiss Beats. That was like the one track he did, and it like exploded.
Yeah,
he became an in-house model after that. But definitely agree with that. So TVT TED, right?
That's
one of the TVT Ted. He said one of the best to do it. Drop 4 fire emojis with that. I agree with that. We're gonna talk about it today for sure. Yo, easy peasy. 420, Big O. That's 420, Big BIGGO. He goes, this is important too. My man says, Damien, The Omen, Damien 3 is a crazy story if you listen to them in order.
Yeah.
RIP, Darkman X, DMX, Rough Riders, all hashtags. Yeah, enough respect, man. Yeah, this is one of my favorite horrorcore themed series. I love the Damien series.
Yeah, you're old school with DMX. You go back.
Yeah, and we're gonna trust you me. We're gonna talk all about why.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, Gilly Man. All right, that's GILLIE_MANN. Gilly Man. All right. This is what he had to say. DMX better than Pac. Yeah, I said it. My homie Fatso 420 right underneath him. Facts. I told him that we were going to definitely read his comment on the show for the controversy alone. And I tell you what, we're going to throw that into the games. And we'll talk about that later. We won't talk about it right now. But he says DMX better than Pac. How do we feel about that? We'll see here in a minute. All right. So with that being said, it is time for us to switch over to the stats. Yeah. Let's break it down. All right. This is Damien by DMX, aka Darkman X. X as an unknown.
See, I never knew that.
Darkman Unknown.
That's cool.
It's a super dope name. Earl Simmons, December 18th, 1970 through April 9th, 2021, out of Yonkers, New York. All right. The song was recorded in 1997. No single release. This wasn't a single. This wasn't a music video. This is just a horrorcore themed record that we wanted to talk about because it fits the bill for this month. But this album we're gonna talk about, which of course first appeared on "It's Dark and Hell Is Hot," which was released May 19th, 1998. This was recorded at Quad Recording Studios out of Times Square, New York. This is an important studio. First off, anyone that is of it nature has recorded at this studio.
I've heard that. It's the name Quad.
Oh, it has a significance. We're gonna get to it in a second. First off, some of the names that you might be familiar with. Ever heard of a guy named Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, Beyonce, Talib Kweli, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Busta Rhymes, LL Cool J, to Bob Dylan, the Ramones, Coldplay, Metallica, Hillary Duff, Sam Smith. I mean,
I don't know any of these people.
Pentatonics, the Christmas.
I don't know nothing.
Peoples, they drop it.
I've been living under a rock.
I think most notably though, Tupac and Biggie have recorded at this studio. All right, this was the spot where Pac got shot back in 1994, which actually sparked that beef between him and Bad Boy Record. Biggie specifically, Quad City, and of course, Quad City DJs and all that. Yeah, man. Label released on Def Jam and Rough Riders. Rough Riders is DMX's camp, so that's acts like The Lox, Eve, Dragon, Swiss Beats. Later on, it was MC Jin. After that competition, yeah. Song is produced by Dane Grease.
I remember MC Jin.
Yeah, man, I like MC Jin.
Yeah,
he was nasty on that. He rocked that, dude. He cold killed everybody on that. Let's be honest.
Yeah, he had his little streak of fame, man.
He's doing some fun stuff now on like reels, like little shorts.
I got you.
Where he's like saying things in a certain language and being like guess the song, and he's like doing it in Chinese,
Oh, okay, that's cool. I didn't know.
And then he translated. Yeah, so he's doing some fun stuff.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, no, MC Jin's dope. I have mad respect for him, But yeah, so it was written by DMX and Dane Grease together. Album track listing, this is the 9th track on the record. Length is 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Now, let's talk about these samples. The main part of the beat is this raised pitch and sped up sample by, get this, Johann Sebastian Bach's classical concert for harpsichord strings and continual number 1 in D minor. My man went to the classical to find something for this, man. And then the drums are legit. This just like repeated loop from the very, very beginning of Stanley Clarke's 1978 soul funk disco record, Modern Man, which is a hot record.
Okay, yeah.
I highly recommend it.
It's eclectic mix.
Yes, you got Bach
and some soul
and Clarke. You know, like it's dope.
It's cool.
And turned it into this horrorcore.
Well, that's what hip hop is, man.
That's so hip hop, dude. Now, as far as the song, no recognition on the playlists out there on the certifications, but the album itself obviously was a massive.
Yeah, it was a massive.
4 times platinum in the States. It also went platinum in Canada and gold in the UK. On the charts, number 1 both U.S. Billboard Top 200 and Top R&B Hip Hop Albums. Now, as far as the side notes, real small side notes here. DMX would be what I consider the original crossover and commercially successful version of the horrorcore genre.
I could see that.
You know what I mean? Because like 4-time platinum, everybody heard songs like this, songs like "Stop Being Greedy," which is like
But I mean, it could be argued with 3 6 Mafia though.
Yeah, but they were gold artists, and it's that's no slouch.
Yeah, true.
It's no slouch. They definitely were mainstream too, and that had a lot to do with the bigness of Bone Thugs and Harmony, which also I would argue.
Yeah.
With a lot of Mr. Ouija, the Ouija boards and all that stuff.
I don't know. I put
skulls
like, the 3-6 side. I put it as its own because it's always keeps coming out regardless of who's out.
But I'd argue with 3-6, and we'll talk about that more next week too. Yeah. But like, their influences exist today. Like all of these mumble rappers that triple time like da 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 da. That's 3-6 sound. That's Memphis sound, bro. And they took it and they like just blew that up. So a real one, DMX was jailed over 30 times in his life. I mean, the man did a lot.
All I heard from, it's sad because all I heard from DMX wasn't much of his music, but more of like him in the news going to jail or being overdosed or some,
Yeah, real heavy background, man. That's right. He underwent rehab multiple times in his life, and he sadly died from a drug overdose-induced heart attack at the age of 50 on April 9th, 2021. And he claims that he became addicted to crack cocaine from a peer that he looked up to, an uncle, like a family member, who fronted him a blunt that was laced with it, and he became addicted. To which that man denies. It's the story, but DMX swears by it. So it's straight up and down.
I think to me, like I would definitely. I mean, I don't know if he takes the only place in this category, but he definitely is one of the guys in this category. Hip hop tragedy.
Hip hop tragedy. Let's talk about it.
Because, like, a tragedy by definition is like something you do to yourself, basically. Like it's gonna end up bad because, So it's like
the suicides, the ODs.
Yeah. Now, he had a lot of demons. You can hear that in his music, and especially in this song, Damien, right? But like, it's hard. It's a hard. This episode in itself is a little bit hard for me because like, I don't necessarily like him as a rapper. I don't, but I like him as a person. Because I saw him like have that. First, he had like compassion, and second, he had the redeeming quality. He was always trying to save his soul. He was always trying to save his people or himself. And like
you hear that in this album too.
Yeah, you do, and it's like it's one of those. Sad to say, like the dark side won this battle, but like he was a guy who fought to the very end. And like I remember watching, like I forgot the name of that lady because it was such a weird name, but it was like she was like some kind of therapist, or like like something like that bald guy. What's his name?
Oh, like a Dr. Phil.
Yeah, like a Dr. Phil, right? But for like celebrities.
Yeah, right. Like what was that, Celebrity Rehab and all that, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't Celebrity Rehab. It was just like different celebrities who had different problems would go to her. And in one of the episodes is DMX. And they're talking about the addiction and they bring in his son. And that's a hard part because he's like, you know, his son was like basically like, you gotta stop. And DMX, so you can't tell me what to do. Like, you know, I've been doing this longer than you've been alive, blah, blah, blah. And he said something which was, you know, struck down the road where it was like, I think at the very end, like his son was like, you know, I just want a hug or something. And DMX was like, give me a hug. And the son was like, when, at your funeral? And then boom, like, you know, a couple months, maybe a year, I don't know, a couple months, maybe like a year or two later, DMX is dead. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then when he died, that's when I started getting more into him. So like
his backstory is fascinating.
Yeah, so one of my favorite songs is by him. It's not on this album, but it's the one where it's like the pain, the rain, the pain.
It's just words,
yeah,
and it's so powerful
because everything he's saying is like, you know, you've been there, you know how it feels, you know how it is. So, and you know, the only reason that I may say that I may not like him as a rapper, not because he's a bad rapper, not at all. He's one of the greatest writers I've ever heard.
100% one of the best writers. Prolific.
One of the best writers.
And duality and storytelling. The man raps.
And the beats that go with those songs, forget about it. It's just, I'm very particular with sound, and he would tell you a lot. You know, I don't like Eminem. Again, I think he's a great writer. I just can't listen to him because it's his sound. I can't listen to certain people, maybe even Tech Nine's full album because of his sound. Like DMX is one of the same ones that it's his sound, but out of all of them, I would hear DMX more often than I would hear Eminem or Tech Nine or anything like that. And again, it's not negating the skills because the skills were definitely there.
I don't think there was a rapper that had raw energy or tenacity.
Not at all. Not
in that era.
No.
I mean,
especially that era when it was like the what was it, Ja Rule,
which was like kind of and they had their own thing too.
No, but I'm just saying it's like
you're right. After Pac died, it seemed like all the bald head backward bandana cats, jail felony, all these cats started coming out. But that vocal style, right?
Yeah.
You know, like that was Ja Rule.
It's a strange way because like I love Scarface, right? And Scarface,
he's got more of that.
But Scarface, it take the away.
Yeah, he takes the grimy part.
But it's kind of it's okay. I think my thing is I don't like E40 because of the way he flows, and it's like DMX is like a mixture between E40 and Scarface. So I love Scarface. But I'm not a big fan of E40, so he's like right in the middle to me because he has that preacher sound, but without now put the that's that DMX.
I don't know, man. I mean that's just the raw shit.
But then E40 has that,
but it's more like he's definitely more like, hey, I'm like it's more cartoony.
But I'm saying the vocal, the voice sound waves.
I hear what you're saying. Like he manipulates it. He's one of the first artists that I seen on like a mainstream level. I mean, look, it's not like he's the first one to do it, right? Like, I mean, I'm willing to go as far back as Slick Rick, but like Biggie, right? Like these cats were doing things like Give Me the Loot, where like he's literally two different people on the record, right?
Right.
And Slick Rick did that, I think, first, right? With the bedtime story. Like, he's doing all those different voices for the different characters, and Lottie Dottie, where he's like rapping like the women or whatever. Yeah. But like, DMX just did something else with it. And it feels like every record's like that. Like, he'll have like these parts where he's rapping like this, and then he'll come into this, and then he'll come back down to this, and then he'll use his other voice. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he is like a maestro with that shit. But I understand that because it's so animated that it may not be your shit. Because Busta
Rhymes is another one. It's a little like I love Scenario. To me, even Scenario to me is better than Busta's part on Monstars.
Oh, for sure.
I like the scenario.
Yo, Monster is a great record, man, and the points and all those things that Busta's featured on, like Flavor in Your Ear.
Yeah, Flavor.
But come on, man, the scenario, rah, like
scenario is the best. I mean, it is what it. That's.
He came out.
Maybe because
he showed up on that.
It's the first time I heard Busta.
It's the first time anybody heard anything like it.
Yeah, and anybody flowed like that. So it kind of like.
But it is in that wheelhouse.
It is in that wheelhouse.
I totally understand.
And it's like Duke from Psych Realm is also one of those, but I can hear him more because he's got the alternative was just jacking, and both of them work. That and so it worked.
Which to me, it might as well be like if Eminem and DMX did a song together.
No, not at all.
Because they do have a great record together.
No, not at all. See, like,
like
I just like
there's no helping some people.
No, and this is the thing. And I don't want it to be because a lot of people be like, oh, he just doesn't like white rappers. No.
We've done this. We've done this dance.
Yeah, I love my white rappers, man. But
it's not even about like, dude. At the end of the day, is you nice.
Yeah, or is it nice to my ear that because
Eminem is nice? Is it relatable?
Yeah, that's true too.
Is it something that I want to tap into? And right, like you said, is it something I can actually tolerate? Is it someone want to hear?
Because Eminem is nice, and I do relate.
He's and a lot of stuff. Yeah, sure.
It's a lot of just that
rock bottom, man. Like I mean,
yeah,
all those relationship things. Like there's plenty for me. Like I mean, albums like Recovery are very personal for me. But like, there's a lot of stuff, man. But DMX is the same kind of cat. This duality, this light and dark is throughout.
Yeah.
Stop Being Greedy was another single he did, and he does like both are dark, but he does like a light and darker version of himself, and he bounces back and forth between those parallels. He has a song called The Convo, where he's legit just having a conversation with God.
And I love that one. That's a great one.
And that's not even the best one of that series, in my opinion.
No, that's the best one in mine.
You think so?
I love that one. That's the best.
Ready to Meet Him. That beat just hits me so hard. Where I'm living ain't right. Why?
See, I think
it's right back to the same.
I think I like the conversation because of the beat.
And I like the beat and I like the combo.
It's too late. You already said you like the other one.
I prefer the other one.
No, it's too late.
Man, I think we're getting, and honestly, we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves because some of this stuff's going to end up in the games, bro. But like, let's do this, man. So like, typically around this time of the show, we tend to talk about a music video, right? Or we get into our highlighted lyrics, right? So with this one, because there is no music video, but this is a story. I think instead of like highlighting certain lyrics, unless you got something that you want to shine on specifically, I think we go through the lyrics without necessarily having to rhyme them, but kind of break down what the story is, right? Because I think it's one. I'm sure most of y'all that are listening to the show already know this, but the name Damien, is from referencing a movie called The Omen, and The Omen is about a young boy named Damien who is potentially, and by the end of it, is definitely the son of the devil, the Antichrist.
There's a child of the devil.
Child of the devil. Yeah, 3 6s in his head. All that stuff, right? And so this song isn't about him being Damien or meeting the Antichrist per se, but it is him making a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
All right? So at the very beginning of the song, he's talking about how like every movie makes isn't the right movie.
And hold on, right? Before we even start this part, this is like before like it was cool to make deals with the devil on music. Like this is like the like 90s where it, like,
this is like in the 90s there are more, and we'll talk about them.
I know, but I'm just saying like there were more, but like.
There was only one other one that I would say was as big as this.
Yeah, but
we'll talk about it.
I'm just saying it's like nowadays it's like a thing.
This is a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I hear what you're saying.
Like back then, that was like, no, it wasn't a thing, and he was doing it. Like,
I mean, underground cats were doing some stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, a bunch of, and again, I really feel like a lot of this stuff is going to surface in the games because there is a lot of parallels from DMX's record to a lot of other records, a lot of other artists, and a lot of other horrorcore stuff. But I digress.
I'm gonna sample that shit.
It's okay. All right, listen. So, there
you go.
He begins by kind of complaining, like every move he's making is the wrong mistake, and he wants a guardian angel, Like he's like, where's my guardian angel? Right. You know what I mean? And then comes this dude. We don't know where he surfaces. He's just, I'm right here, shorty. Like he just pops up. Yeah. You know, he's gonna hold him down. You know, you trying to get with all these girls. You know, I'm gonna get you there. You know, and so like, he's like, well, who are you? And he's like, well, name's D, but my friends call me Damien. You know, and I'm gonna.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah. I'm gonna put you on. He's like, you know, I'm gonna take you there. I'm gonna make you the hottest cat you've ever seen, right? Like I'm gonna make you huge. And he was like, that's a given. Like, for real, word? You gassing me? He's like, no, you'll see. He's like, man, that's what I've been wanting my whole life, right? And DMX is like, well, before I make this move, let me call my wifey up, right? And he starts talking to his wife, and it's just being like, yo, I met this, I think I'm about to make a rap, and I'm about to blow up because I met this cat today, and his name is Damien, and he says that we're a lot alike, and he's gonna be my homie, right? And so then, like, the wife is like, "You mean like Chucky?"
Yeah.
Just like Chucky. That dad looks like we both lucky. Like she gonna get a piece of this too, right? And then it goes into this hook. So first off, like, how do you feel about this hook? The snake, the rat, the cat.
I think it's a very symbolic.
How you gonna see him if you're living in the fog? What's the symbolism?
I mean, it's breaks into too many levels. I mean, I
think on the
because there's religious, there's the front, there's the like anti-religious, there's
and streets, and then obviously the metaphors of all of those different animals. You're right. I didn't even think about it like on a street level because you got your rats, you got your dirty snakes out there, the dogs out there, but like your cool cats.
Levels. That's what I'm saying. He's such a great writer.
And each of these animals, when you put them in order, the snake, the rat, the cat, the dog, right? All of these are animals that are chasing the other animal.
Yeah.
They're all trying to, the snake wants to kill the rat. The dog is always chasing the cat. Right? The cat is going to go after the rat, right? Yeah. So it's like, these are all your enemies. They're all enemies. And how can you see them if you're living in the fog, right? And so, like, in contrast to the story, how are you going to see him? Because he's viewing Damien as his friend.
Right.
But Damien's not his friend.
So Damien is the fog and not his friend at the same time.
Yeah, he's each of those animals and the fog that is like, because he's being blinded by the riches, rags to riches, right?
Why I say
he's a
great writer.
Fucking nuts. And one of my favorite hooks that has very little to say, so much to say in it. The snake, the rat, the cat.
Just like the other one.
You're going to see him when you're living in the fog.
And just like the other one, the rain, the pain.
I know. I mean, he had a huge hit where he was just naming off different women's names.
Yeah, I do remember.
Shonda's like 3 Kims, Toya, Letitia, dog. Dude, he's able to take something so simple. Look at the Rough Ryders anthem. The whole song, he's rapping da 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 da.
Yeah.
Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I
mean, that's what I'm saying.
And he makes millions. Like he kills it because it's catchy, it's easy to remember, but there's layers to this shit.
There is layers, and the deeper you go in the like not his poppy songs, not like the anthem or anything like that, but like you go into Damien, you go into like more deeper stuff, the complexities. If the poppy one's already complex, imagine the deeper ones, how complex.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm willing to argue that even this one isn't like going. It is just the surface.
Yeah, man.
Because particularly when he starts getting into like.
And then when it goes to the next story, to the next story,
and he connects all of these songs together. So each album, there's like there's another part of the series coming. Because like for the next like 2 or 3 albums, we get another combo with the God joint, and we get another Damien.
Yeah.
And we get another prayer.
And
we need to talk about that.
It just kind of sucks that, like, he died without concluding it.
I know, man.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
his conclusion. It is a conclusion.
He concluded it.
Yeah, it is the conclusion.
Ooh, God, that's Damien. Damien got him.
Yeah.
Yo, it's fuck, man.
Yeah.
So he's talking to Damien, and he's just, Damien's talking to him, and he's like, AOD, because that's the thing that's kind of funny. AOD, what up, D? Because D is D, right? Like, ooh, you smooth, right? You know, I saw you when nobody else saw you.
Yeah.
Shoot, dude, you know? And he's like, Yeah, that was over some money. It's always over.
This sort of also reminds me to sorry to interrupt, but like, in a more complex way, but murder was the case.
This was the first one.
Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Murder was the case came before this, and murder was the case was the deal with the devil.
Yeah,
and it's the same story. Yeah. But just done very differently.
Complex.
I think there's a more complex version of it.
Yeah.
And again, we'll dive deeper into murder.
Like, I don't remember the words particular, but
I know them all by heart.
Like, if I hear the song, I know. But like right off the bat, I just know it was like.
As I look up at the sky,
I give you everything.
How long will I live? Eternal life and forever.
Yeah.
God, yo, Snoop is so dope back in the day. Yo, I love it. We'll talk about that in the games. We'll talk about that in the games because I knew that had to be mentioned. There's other ones to go with it.
Yeah.
There's other ones to go with it. But those are the two like big ones for me. But anyway, so he was like, yeah, it's always over money or whatever. But then Damien's like, are you sure, man? I thought it was over a woman, you know what I mean? And he's like, no, that ain't my style, dude. And Damien's like, whatever. You stay front end, right. But still, you're still my dude. I ain't gonna say anything. But he starts offering him everything. He's like, you want some weed? Smoke it, You want the drink? Go drink it. Go ahead and fuck shorty. I can keep a secret. I got it. I'm gonna have you driving in like Benzes, but we have to, in order to have all this, we gotta stay tight. Blood out, blood in, right? And he's like, whatever, dude. I got you. Like.
Yeah, that blood out, blood in. When I heard that line, I was just like,
sounds good to me. Fine. What do I gotta lose?
But it came to blood and blood out in my head. Miklo.
Yo. And he's like, there's nothing I can think of that would be going wrong with it. Anybody would do this.
Yeah.
Right? And so after that, suddenly, DMX pushing whips, flossing G's, traveling.
Right.
Yo, his pockets are forever fat, And he's like, for this dude, Damien, I would give him my right hand. This is a big, he says, for that homie, I would bleed, give him my right hand. Now that I think about it, yo, that's my man, right? I'm going to give him my right hand. This is a significant bar in the story. So, then the hook come back through and he comes back in. Damien's like, you like how everything's going? You like what I gave you? Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the places? Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
Yeah.
Yo, if you was going down, I'd be the one to save you. But now I need this favor, and here comes the favor. There's these cats across town, kind of hate him. They don't like Damien a lot. Haven't been the behavior's been kind of not so good, and DMX like where they at?
Yeah.
Let me get the gap. And he gets hit 38th and Broadway. Yeah. So then after that, man, he busts him off. He busts off Caps. 4 other cats laid low for about a month. Killed 2 more dudes for dude. And then he says, like, now I'm ready to chill, but you still want me to kill. And he's like, look what I did for you.
Yeah.
Keep it real. Like, come on, man, fuck it. And he's like, fine. Well, because he's asking for another one. He's like, who is it this time? And so he's like, yo, you remember that kid Sean you used to be with in 89? And DMX is like, wait a minute. That's my man. And he was like, I thought I was your man.
Yeah.
He was like, but no, that's my homie, dude. And he was like, but yeah, who's your biggest fan? You either do it,
right,
or you give me your right hand. That's what you said. And DMX ends the whole record with, I see now ain't nothing but trouble ahead.
Yeah.
And so begins the saga. And at the very ending of the record, you hear like this demonic voice being like, to be continued, motherfucker.
It's such a great story, man. It's such a great. That's why I say it is like murder was the case.
I kind of wish that Snoop did a series too.
Yeah, but like this beats murder was the case
because there's more to the story.
No, not only that, but I think it has a lot to do. This is the crazy part. Now that we're talking about Snoop and DMX, right? Because they're 2 very similar and two opposite.
2 dogs.
All right, 2 dogs, right? And 2 of them were facing death. And one of them decided to leave, and the other one decided to stay.
Damn, I never never really thought about it like that, but you're right.
And
damn.
And Snoop made it and became Mr. Popular.
Yo, and he caught mad flack for that because he left Death Row and went to No Limit, and people were like, "What the fuck are you doing in New Orleans?" Master P held his ass down,
he's alive,
and then let him go.
He's alive today, and he's thriving.
Doing the fucking Olympics.
But you know, DMX, unfortunately, and that's why it's sometimes you think like rap or hip hop. Hip hop has had a lot of deaths.
Man, so many, too many.
But this one relates to me too much, like a lot, like Jim Morrison, like what's her name, chick who died in the same.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
And Hendrix, like Janis Joplin.
Thank you. I was like gonna go nuts.
Like they all like died at the best time, like of
the pinnacle of their shit.
Yeah, and then like it was all because of like drugs, man.
Our next artist that we talk about next week.
Well, in essence, I mean,
3-6, half of them.
Yeah, but in essence, I mean, the real reason was depression.
I know.
I mean, drugs was the thing.
God, he named an album called The Great Depression.
Yeah, and
it's dark.
You hear
My name is Dark Man Unknown.
Yeah, if you hear DMX, you can tell he was depressed, man, and that's why, like, I like him as a person because I'm just like, okay, like I relate to him more than his music. And his music's good, but I relate to him like on a different level. Right. So that's
interesting because for the most part, man, it's always the other way, isn't it? Like you relate to the content of the individual, and you end up falling in love with the person. But you not so much the content, and then it was the person that led you to the content.
Right.
Fucking weird, man.
Yeah, and
that never happens.
No, and that's what I'm saying. He is like the Jim Morrison of hip hop.
Interesting, interesting revelation there. Man. I like that.
And you know, it's sad. It's sad because like, you know, I got into him after death. You know what I mean? And like prior to death, it was like he was too much. He was like his aunt, you know, his poppy shit was way too poppy for me. So that kind of just broke me away.
I respect it.
Like Rough Ryders, I didn't.
Again, it's a 4-time platinum artist. This is like East Coast pop.
But I will say this though, like Eve.
She was nasty.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best.
I always love it.
One of the best female rappers out there. I think
I love her shit on. What was that record that she did with the Roots, man?
That
baby, don't worry, you know that you got me.
That
dude, I'm just playing, boo. Oh, the way she does that shit. That sometimes relationships get ill. I can relate to that shit.
Drag on.
Yo, Drag On for Rough Ryders, Drag On. Yeah. Honestly, and I always love Drag On. There's just one joint. Do you only bust your guns? Hell yeah, we bust our guns. Until they come. We make them come. From the north, south. Hey. That shit is fucking. That's my favorite Juvenile verse.
No, I'm saying. But that's
my favorite Juvenile verse.
But what's the Drag On? Rips it.
He fucking kills it.
Rips it.
You know, heads compare him to Cameron. Because they both have that kind of low pitch, smooth talking and kind of talking a little bit fast.
I would go more to like Snoop with
the tongue. I hear you.
I would even go more to like
Mad Heads compare him to Cameron.
No, I would even go more to like I don't even put him in the look. I'm putting him up there right now because I would go.
Man, go to his Instagram.
Check it real quick.
Drag On.
He likes my shit.
Yo, he's liked my shit before too.
Oh shit! That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's a good guy, man.
Yo, Drag On's good people.
Good guy. I'm trying to reach out and get him to be on one of my shit, but he does the 3-3. That
triple time.
So that's so don't get me wrong. Like
he's got sick flow.
Rough Ryders, but
he's just a cool dude.
But I had for instance, I got people in New York, right? And they would be telling me that when DMX died, ooh, those streets, the fucking Rough Rider jacket.
That's one of the craziest things. I watched a documentary on Rough Ryders, bro. I didn't realize just how deep that part of it is.
Yeah, it goes
the
hard.
Rough Riders,
hard,
with the bikes, that was a whole thing that they brought to the table.
Prior to
the biker gang thing was there. Rough Riders was there, and they turned it into music. But then they brought it into the music videos, and then there were factions of Rough Riders all over the globe.
So
when he died, that video. I cry, man.
Would you argue that he was the one rapper had the most people at his funeral?
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be, right? Like,
and when we talk about, and let's be honest, man, these weren't just hip hop fans.
Right.
These were people from every walk of life, like just biker dudes, military cats. Religious people, anti-religious people.
So wasn't there a comment somewhere around the way that said somebody's better than somebody else?
So let's talk about it. But when we get to what time is it? It's 40 minutes. You want to get into
No, I'm just saying because that person died and they didn't have that number.
Man, I don't know. Like when him.
No, that's what I'm saying.
When Pac and Biggie died,
who had the bigger number of people?
That doesn't mean
no. I know it doesn't mean. I'm just saying who had the bigger number though.
I'd have to believe it was DMX. At least in the spot. At least in New York.
Yeah. I mean,
when
saw
Pac died, there were fucking things happening all over the country. Bro.
Yeah, that's true. Same
with Biggie, but like Biggie was really New York. It was really Brooklyn.
I remember it being on the news.
Brooklyn was like a moving thing when Biggie died. It was insane.
I know, but I'm saying like Rough Riders was the only one to get on the news.
Because it was happening everywhere, not just there, but particularly in the New York Yonkers area.
They closed down the streets. Yeah,
they had to.
Like trucks and everything, man.
Yeah, it was like Michael Jackson died.
Yeah, it was. It was
gigantic.
I was like, how is that so gigantic? Is this Michael Jackson?
Yo,
but DMX, look, that's what I'm saying. Like, regardless of how I feel, I acknowledge that DMX meant a lot, and I mean a lot of people to a lot of people. Like he meant. Like,
man, that song "Slippin'" got me through so much shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people got through his shit. Like a lot of my friends. So I'm never gonna negate that, and that's one of the most. That's why in the canon of hip hop, like he is unique in his own way because, like you said, have a bunch of Rough Riders who may not even listen to hip hop love this cat. The hip hop heads love this cat. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, and it's he's a top. He's on top 10 list everywhere. And then check it, and like a person that is a hip hop head, but maybe didn't really like him as I like him as a person. You see what I'm saying? So like, there's like 3 different facets of like this whole thing. So I'm like,
pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting because like I mean, for other rappers, I'm just like, okay, they died, that's whatever. But like with him, it was like. I felt it because I felt like, man, like he was. I don't want to sound so pessimist, but he was like hope, because he kept trying to change
and became that cautionary tale too.
But I don't want to be pessimist because
I respect it. This is one of the few cats. Okay, so look, I do these theme playlists every year, right? So I have a Halloween playlist, DMX all over it. Yeah. All right. But then I also have my like hip hop holiday mix for like when it's around like after Thanksgiving and down, right? DMX all over.
You still got more of that Liquid Death?
Yeah, I got a lot. Appreciate it. Not sponsoring Liquid Death. This is what's funny? My daughter is really vibing with this sparkling water right now. She loves this stuff.
I'm not.
My 10-year-old, she loves Liquid Death.
It ain't no sponsor for Liquid Death, but it is for Bubbly because Bubbly's better.
Oh my god! Yo, you know where I saw Liquid Death recently? I saw it on that new Eminem music video.
That's why I don't like it. No, honestly, like I don't know. I'd rather get down with the Liquid Death. I'm like, I don't understand the size of it.
It's supposed to give you that like energy drink.
So it is like an energy,
but also like. The the malt liquor.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. I'm not trying to sell you Liquid Death. I'm just trying to say like. It's supposed to be that craft beer thing. Not like this. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be a sparkling water, right? And this is a sparkling water, but it's also like a sparkling water that somebody can drink, like I guess when they're when cats are drinking like craft beers and stuff, right? Like
this is the bougie sparkling water.
Maybe it's bougie. Right. It is expensive.
Yeah, I know. That's why
it is expensive.
I never tasted it. I tasted one. I'm like,
delicious.
No, it's too
crisp, sparkly.
How much they paying you? How much they paying?
Liquid
they got to you, didn't they?
This shit kills your thirst.
They got something against you? They got you on pictures?
Kills your thirst. Liquid Death, kill your thirst. Don't obey it, kill it.
The whole like chisel where he's like they found him like in the bathtub with all the pictures. Never mind.
What?
They got to blackmail the fucking.
Oh, word. No. I'm good. We good.
I'm with DMX. Look, for reals. Rest in peace to him.
Rest in peace to him,
and to his family.
And his family, definitely. Like, God,
man, you know, because I saw the documentary and I was like, because I'm, you know, my relationship with my dad.
What was he singing at the ending of that documentary? He was singing some song.
My relationship with my dad ain't great, but it's not like that. But it's like you feel it. You see what I'm saying?
I get it, man. Yeah. I mean, particularly in my high school years, I was nothing like any of this, but like, but dude, yeah. He
was a ruffian. He was a scumbag. I was
a dirtbag. I was a scumbag for sure, man. I was mean to my daddy. Daddy wasn't so mean to me. I was mean to daddy. Daddy got just he just turned the other cheek and was like, it is what it is.
We're teenagers, man.
Yeah, I know. We came around though. We all right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pops, man. But look. Let's get into the games, bro. I think it's time. We only got 15. Yeah, let's do the thing. This way we can we didn't really get a chance to super break down It's Dark and Hell It's Hot and other artists, and this will be our chance to do that, right?
Yeah.
So usually in singles only, we're talking singles, but so because this isn't a single, aside from the cult classic Damien, what other song not on the album It's Dark and Hell It's Hot is your favorite by DMX?
Not on the album.
That's not on that album.
I can't say I have one.
That
was on the album.
No, Who We Be is not on that album. The Pain, The Rain.
Oh no, I forgot that. Yeah, sorry, people. I was thinking of a different song. Yeah, because I'm thinking the one on the album.
Yeah. You gotta hold on to that.
The Pain. Yeah, that's my.
Who We Be. I love. Even the hook is super.
I like the
video. They don't know. Yo, the video is hip hop. The video is super. Da 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 da. All the the switches and shit and just oh my god. Ding, 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 that guitar riff. Dude, I love that song. Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of them from that time period, like, Lord, give me a sign. That's like so good.
If I remember correctly, I want to say, didn't DMX do a song with Rock Him?
Yeah, it was, fuck, what's the name of the joint? Oh, man.
But yeah, there you go.
That one's
DMX and Rock Him.
DMX and Eminem, dude, that one record is fucking stupid.
All right, nobody brought him along.
How many times? Yeah, so don't call. Yeah, that's right. Don't call me. Don't call me. So first off, Rakim kills this, and no offense to DMX, because DMX is like pouring his heart out on this.
Mm-hmm.
The video, low key, kind of cracks me up because, like, here's Rakim smooth as shit, doing his shit. You know, he's rapping on the mic, and then when it gets to the hook, here comes DMX, and he's just like with the mic in the headphones and everything. And he's like, ah! I don't know why, but he's pouring his heart out.
Yeah.
I got nothing but love for it. I'm not throwing shade.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know why it makes me laugh so hard every time I see it. He just spazzing, bro. He's spazzing. That's a great record, though.
No, it is a great record.
But
I mean, to have it,
I do love Who We Be, though.
But Rakim and man, DMX together, man.
Guys, what's the best DMX record that's not on It's Dark and Hell It's Hot? That's just his record? Because I didn't even think about features, because I know you don't really rock with half of the cats that are doing it.
But rock him.
So that's the answer to your question. I think that his verse on Shut 'Em Down with Onyx was fucking sick.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I thought that was sick.
They did go good together.
What about Money, Power, Respect? I know you don't really like the locks like that, but DMX wrote that shit in high school. Like, this was a verse he pulled out of his ass.
I didn't know that. So for that, since that's a good song on DMX, I'm not a big fan of the locks, but DMX.
Well, Lil Kim did her thing.
Well,
Money, Power, Respect. It's the key to that.
I don't know about all that.
Blah.
Yeah, look. There was
fucking annoying. That was a bad boy head, man.
No, there was a Little Kim. No, there was a Little Kim song. I forgot the name of the song, but she was like there was escalators. Like she was like in some it was like black and white video.
Shit.
And it was like a remix. I want to say like 112. Anyways, I fucks with Little Kim. I fucks with
her shit on Quiet Storm. Hot damn ho.
Oh, that's such a great song. That's such a great
real
song.
Shit. Make it feel shit. Even the edits are dope with the slices and shit.
Yeah. No. I mean, Biggie. I mean, Little Kim.
Yeah, no, I always got word. Mace was my guy though.
No, but you know, nothing for the diddler.
Particularly on his solo album, like Mace did his
nothing for the diddler.
On this album, yo, Mace. This is before he became pretty. Like there's even a line on the song he does with Total, where Mace was like, my name was Murder. P. Diddy made me pretty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And turned him into like the pretty pimp guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was Murder Mace. And Murder Mace shows up on what's the name of the record at the ending of this album, guys? Y'all remember? Do I gotta go look it up? Yeah, Done Started Something. It's got the locks on it too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got one of DMX's most famous lines. He's like, I'm giving you what you came for. Surgery with a chainsaw.
Nice.
And like Big Pun turned that into a hook. On Yeah Baby.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I'm giving you what you came for. Surgery with a chainsaw.
Oh, okay.
DMX on this album, one, what I was saying is that Murder, Mace, he killed that shit. That was like that's one of my favorite verses of Mace.
I mean,
before all of his pretty shit.
Back in the day, Mace was
tight.
It was cool, man.
He was cool, dude. What was that? You can come all you want to, hum all you want to.
No, look, I ain't gonna lie, man. That even like how we said that in Snoop and Dogfather, he like sampled Maze. It's like he more bounce than the ounce.
Yeah, more bounce than the ounce. Yeah, that's right. Yo, anyway, so for me, damn, it's really tough though because I'm a fan. Like there's like every record that DMX did, I fucking rock with. On a radio level, that's not from this album. Who would be his dope, man? Boy, give me a sign. I really like that one too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was
damn.
That was like
I might have to say just so that I can move along, because I can't think of it right now. I mean, I really do fuck with just about everything. Slippin', I think, has a particular meaning to me. That was a song I had on basically a depression mix. Whenever I was feeling fucking low, I had a bunch of records from all kinds of artists. Just shit that just either I needed to vent or I needed to wallow, whatever it was. Right. And Slippin' was one of those records I listened to.
It's good words, man. Good words. Good lyrics on that shit.
I got to get back on my feet so I can tear shit up. Just get to stop being in this fucking rut, yo. Like it was a good call to arms for me. I really fucked with that one. I don't know if that's
a really good question. That's a really good one, though. That's a great song.
It's tough. Now, for the deep cuts, aside from the song Damien, what's your favorite record off of It's Dark and Hell is Hot? You said you already got an answer for that, right?
Yeah, I just got to
just to quickly run them through. First off, his intro is a song.
Yeah, right? I noticed that.
Did you listen to that song? Did you actually listen to it through?
The full intro, no, but I noticed how long it was, and I realized.
Yeah, because at the beginning it's what is it? He's just like, you're gonna do some real power shit, yo. That's my man's in there.
Yeah.
This beat drops. Hold on, let's just go through the list first, okay? So we got the intro, we got the Rough Ryders anthem, right? Fucking with D. You fucking with D. Look through my eyes and see what you see. Get at me, dog, which was the first single. Let Me Fly. I love Let Me Fly. X is Coming, which is fucking Nightmare on Elm Street, 1, 2, X is coming for you, with these electric sounds and shit, and it's just fucking dark ass lyrics. Yo, Damien, okay, wait, how's it going down? Which was his Tupac love song, how's it going down? And what's going is gone, what you got to know now, is you with me or what? And then he's got the song called Crime Story, which the beat is a love-hate for me, because it's just very simple. But he's on the beat. When I say on the beat, on the beat of the street. He's it's a crime story. Stop Being Greedy, which is the Parallel song. ATF, boom, 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 open the door, it's ATF. He's telling this crazy story. For My Dogs, which had Big Stan, Loose, Casino, and Dragon, which at the time, all of them were very unknown Rough Rider cats. Yeah. And to this day, I would argue that maybe Loose, but Dragon is the one that people know.
Yeah.
But This Is For My Dogs, This Is For My Dogs. That's his little posse cut. I Can Feel It, which is that Phil Collins, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. And he hits us with this fucking crazy prayer, which we're going to talk about. But and then he hits us with the convo where he's talking to God. And it ends with Done Started Something, with the Locks and Mace on this dark shit, and it just fucking goes hard in the paint. And the beat slightly changes up when DMX comes up. Don't come at me with no bullshit.
We got 3.
What are they?
Okay. The combo.
Yeah, that's a dope ass record, man.
Great record. Let me see the name again real quick.
Yeah, here they are right here. So we got. I'm gonna start. There's intro right there. So yeah.
Okay, and then we got.
It's Mickey.
Where is it? Well, I can feel it. That's
not Phil Collins.
Yeah.
This is the Beatle.
And then
I think Tupac did it better.
No, I like DMX's better. And
you stand in my rear view.
Yeah, and then I like where's the one? Fly.
Yeah. Let me fly.
So Let Me Fly. It samples Jose Lo Dudo, and if you are a kid from the 80s, a Latin kid, grew up with the song, you know what it is. I even sampled it in one of my songs. This is the first time that I actually heard that song from DMX. I was like, oh shit. So just the fact that they sampled,
I can appreciate that.
That caught my thing even more than I Can Feel It. You know, but that I Can Feel It is great.
So good.
But the prayer is also, yeah.
So I think every album he does an actual prayer.
Yeah.
And it's an acapella, like spoken word style rap. It's a prayer.
The prayer is amazing.
And each and every single one of them,
they're all
fucking
amazing.
hit. There's only like one where I'm like, meh. Mm-hmm. They all fucking hit. And
yeah,
there's a live performance.
Yeah.
That went viral back in the day. Like, it was on the news, it was on MTV. He goes up on stage and he does this prayer, right? And he fucking breaks down on this stage in front of thousands of people and starts fucking bawling on his knees, right? And you got people in the fucking crowd crying. By the time he's done with it, he goes backstage, he gets down on his knees, and he screams out loud, "Why me? Why did you choose me?" Like, he isn't worthy of this success or fame.
Yeah.
Because he's such a low down, rotten, dirty bastard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and see, that's...
And it's one of the most fucking... This is why I fuck with DMX.
That's what I'm saying. Like, his music is one thing, but as a person who's trying to change their life around, who's, you know, doing everything, you know, even if you're religious and you're from the Abrahamic religions, you know that Jesus... when he was going to get crucified, he knew his outcome, but he had the conversation with the devil. And the devil was like, "Oh, why you know, you can get out of this. You know, you can do this, you can do that." He's like, "No, I got to like endure the suffering." I'm not comparing DMX to Jesus Christ in this sense, but the endurance of the suffering, like, I've never seen anybody else in the hip hop game like DMX endure the suffering. And he like voluntarily was like, "Come on, carry
that cross, man.
Give me that suffering." And it's like, you know, it's crazy. I mean, again, you know, not comparison, but the stories are just, you know, wow. Because it's like, but, you know, that's why I like him as a person. More, I mean, he's a rapper, he's awesome and all that stuff, but his music never got to me as much as like his soul got to me, if that makes sense.
No, look, much respect to it, man. This is kind of hard for me. Like, I'm gonna say, like, if we're talking singles, because this makes me be able to cheat a little bit. Stop Being Greedy is one of the most genius records ever. I've done and recorded records like this because of it. He's doing this duality thing every 4 bars. Well, I think death is wrong, but then on the other side, born nightmares. It's like, gotta fight and deserve what? Like, just fucking rage. And he goes back and forth, and the one beat is like melancholy, dramatic, and the other one is straight out of like fucking Castlevania, like symphony, like fucking dark and awesome. Perfect record for this season. Same with that X is Coming, because that's got that whole, like, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street shit. And Done Started something. It's just dark with the piano, and it's fucking like the stuff he's talking. Got Texas Chainsaw Massacre over here. X is Coming is really, really like gruesome and dark for a pop record, for a 4-time platinum record. He's talking about pin women. He's in front of people as punishment. This is revenge. Like, it's fucking really fucking dead serious. But
I relate to that.
a lot of my bars come through DMX.
Yeah. It's funny because, like I said, I didn't grow up with him but like
I think maybe in tandem with me, maybe.
Yeah, and then listening to him now, like on his own, like on my own too, like yeah, it's I can see like I was influenced by him without even being influenced by him.
It's crazy. I love it.
It's crazy.
Well, I felt that way about Brother Lynch Hung when we went and did that show. I felt the exact same way. I was fully influenced by him.
Yeah, but not.
But I wasn't really studying it.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like
it's crazy.
Like I remember in our high school, we had Battle of the Bands, and like this is the time when hip hop was looked down upon, shunned upon, and as hip hop heads, we were trying to have something equivalent to Battle of the Bands, but with hip hop and like MCs and like producers, whatever, right? So I remember like I had a guitar class, and I had to. The guy who was the professor, the teacher of the guitar class, he was in charge of the Battle of the Bands. So I, decided to talk to him. He was like, "Well, you can flow for me, right?" And I was like, "All right." So I flowed for him, and I had like an instrumental and whatnot. And I flowed for him. This is the time of like DMX when he was coming out, and I remember this professor who was, and I'm gonna use stereotypes, but this is in the 1990s, so. Who was a hippie white guy, who you knew never listened to hip hop in his entire life, and he's all like, "You sound like DMX," and I never believed I sound like DMX.
I can hear it a little bit only because of the depth, and when you like are raging.
Yeah, but I mean the rap pattern of.
But everything else about it is not even close.
Yeah, maybe the same like energy. I guess is there, but
the tenacity, yeah.
But the pattern isn't
and
there.
And the deep voice and everything.
But the deep, even like, it's different. It's I don't know.
You don't have the rasp. You don't have the grime, and you're not. And the agony does show up in certain records, but it's not like this.
Yeah, no.
It's just a different energy. It's a different thing altogether. It's just because you're like a little ferocious.
Yeah, I'm a little chihuahua.
Yeah,
but no. So it was like all my life, like I sounded like DMX.
Yeah. I mean, because I rap fast, I sound like both of them. Yeah. Even though I wasn't really doing the singing or rapping about anything they were rapping about.
True.
This is how it is.
Now you sound like Eminem.
Oh my god, I sound nothing like dude. I don't sound like him at all. There's one record I kind of do. But I think it's also on purpose. I also have one record where I kind of sound like Bone, kind of on purpose. Anyway, neither here nor there. So look. For me, though, I do genuinely think the answer to this question is the fucking intro. And when we get off this show, I'm making you listen to that shit front to back. You can kiss my ass. Because, straight up and down, when this beat fucking hits, it's just like, what are those big-ass fucking drums? Like,
timpani?
What the fuck are they called? Boom, boom.
Yeah, timpani.
You hear this come in, you hear these bells, these like heavy, deep church bells, and this like synth kind of like electric thing happening. It's like it's electric, and
it's
you
electric.
Just boogie. and then just while that's coming in, you just hear like this little growl or whatever. And when this beat fucking hits, 1 2 1 2. Oh, you don't know what the gun do, and he just fucking comes in. And there's these samples from. Is it? What's the name of the joint? Nightmares in the Hood, Tales from the Hood.
Yeah, Nightmare.
At first, I thought it was Tupac that he was sampling, but it's the scene at the last sketch in Tales from the Hood where this big fucking guy, and I can't remember exactly what happens. I think he's like in a fucking electric chair, about ready to get electric or whatever. And he's just sitting there like, I don't give a fuck. 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 And like, man, when you hear it, like the way he has this like bled in, and a lot of the bars, like I started like when you start watching these old documentaries about DMX, this is shit he was saying to cats when he was just battling them on the street, and he was beating everybody. There's this one line where he says something like, howling at the moon on the roof, and he literally goes, "Ow!" But like in the freestyle, the way he does it, it's just so cold. And he puts it to this beat. The intro is like the nastiest shit. It's hands down for me, gotta be top 3 even maybe intro songs to an album.
Oh.
That fucking good.
Wow.
It fucking goes in. So that's it for me on that one.
Wait, we should do that sometime. Like just have like the best, like the top 10 intros.
We will do I think we need to do, because now that we're past 25 episodes, like we're at like, some milestone shit. There needs to be an episode where we kind of do some top 10 shit, and we just do a bunch of them.
Like the top 10 verses. Ooh.
Oh, that we've already done?
No, like beefs.
Oh, like yeah,
like
battles.
Cypress, yeah.
Fuck yeah, like, and just like I'll just create a list, and we can chop it up and that would be a good I would love to see the comments on that, because I know people will be fucking divisive on that shit. Now,
Everlasting Eminem, you already know where I'm at.
Now, it's time for us to go ahead and get into the verses. And at the beginning, comment made by Gilly Man. GILLIE_MANNN. Shout out to Gilly Man. We appreciate this. And your boy 420 Facts. Okay. He says DMX is better than Pac, hands down. He said. Now, this is blasphemy in a lot of circles. So, my question to you, who is the better complete packaged artist, rapper, individual? DMX versus Tupac. What's your answer?
Okay, so this is I'm going to give you an intricate answer here.
All right, man.
Okay, so.
You about ready to upset some people,
so, listen good.
Yeah, right, no. Don't tell us we don't know shit about hip hop, because we got opinions, man.
Okay, so
like what you like, and I forgive you for it.
Dislike what you dislike. Right.
That's right.
All right, so Tupac.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, look.
Peep out that Dear Mama episode this year. It's fantastic. Listen. He shows a lot of love on Tupac on that episode.
Tupac has some.
Said it was his favorite rapper.
Tupac has some great songs. That's no doubt. DMX has some great songs. That's no doubt.
Okay.
I listened more to Tupac growing up, obviously, than I did to DMX. Okay, so Live and Die in LA, Dear Mama, fucking I Get It Around, Keep It All these songs are just great songs.
All around the world.
Legendary,
iconic
songs, right? But then, like, you have DMX, which I didn't really listen to that much, but you had, like, people digging him, and, like, I saw this love that the people had for DMX more than anybody else. Now, I'm not saying that they didn't love Pac, but I'm saying the outpour, like, when I saw that on the news, I was just like, God, I didn't see nothing from nobody else except DMX on the news. Then I was like, what about him is such a, Now, this is where we start differentiating here, because as a person, I don't like Tupac. I don't like him. As a person, I like DMX. I do. And as musically, like, DMX is okay to me, and Tupac musically is okay to me too. But out of both of them, like, I would say Tupac has some really profound, deep songs that I grew up with.
That makes it hard, right?
Yeah, and DMX has some deep, profound songs that I didn't grow up with.
Yeah, sure.
So in essence, it's like, as a person, I like DMX, but I don't like Pac. As a rapper, it's literally like neck to neck, because they're both equivalent. Like I said, I grew up with one, and I can't base just this answer because I grew up with one. You see what I'm saying? Because that's negating DMX.
That's a fair argument.
So, like, I can't put that. So they're equal to me. But as a person, I would want to hang out with DMX more. It's just me.
Shit, who do I want to hang out with more? Fuck. I think I would probably want to hang out with Pac more. I don't know. That's tough. But as far as the artists go, you did just say something hyper profound about having that history, that nostalgia, those rose-colored glasses, isn't due diligence or justice to DMX, right?
No, not at all.
Now, I personally grew up with both of them, right? Mm-hmm. Tupac being the first, and me truly believing DMX is like that evolution of Pac. Once Pac died, the void was filled, in my opinion, by DMX.
I can see that. You're right, because at the time everybody else was trying. Yeah,
they were all doing this.
Yeah.
We had certain rappers on the Ghetto Boys, like, I swore sounded like Pac. There were cats from No Limit, definitely trying to sound and act like Pac. Mm-hmm. Everybody was trying to be Pac. Everybody was on Pac's
There was
dick.
one guy who was like seriously.
What was my man's name? There was Lil Zane, right?
Yeah, like I was just like, yo.
But then there was like the realist who like sound exactly like dude. And he was on death row.
And I was like, yeah,
like a replacement.
Which was even weird.
Fucking weird. But yeah, and of course, like in jail felony, definitely West Coast. He wasn't like Pac, but he had the Pac persona for sure.
Yeah.
And then and Ja Rule 100%.
Ja Rule was 1,000%.
Took a lot of shit from Pac.
Yeah,
but
but none of the skill.
No. There are a couple of records I rock with Ja Rule, and I will say that man.
But wait,
I watched that Fat Joe Ja Rule versus, and it did give me a different appreciation for Rule because you got a lot of fucking records I didn't give a fuck about.
Hold on, now here's a little thing to think about. It was Ja Rule a mix between Tupac and DMX?
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%.
Yeah, because the voice is DMX.
The whole persona and the look and the vibe is Tupac and the pop stuff.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
Yeah, there's a lot of vulture shit happening, man. A lot of jacking for beats. But DMX versus Tupac though, I have to give it to Pac, man. I am stuck with those rose-colored glasses, nostalgia bomb for sure.
Well, nostalgia is like a strong fucking.
It's a hell of a drug, man.
It is like you.
But Pac also again, we're sitting here talking about how Pac influenced all of these dudes, right? Like, I think the impact is bigger. I think that now it's like it seems today Pac is way more controversial than he ever was when he was alive because he's like so divisive. Like right now, people are like Pac wasn't all that. Now, granted, there were people that were alive then that were saying shit like that.
Who are you pointing at?
I'm not pointing at nobody. but I am saying that it wasn't a lot. That was a very small.
I know Chino XL is one of them.
Brother with one ball shouldn't speak.
No, but remember,
grab my crotch when I see Tupac.
And just to give you guys a little heads up, because I just saw this, I was going to tag you in it. Somebody else was at the fucking thing, and they filmed us. Well, Chino.
Get the fuck out! We were in the video
for like a split second.
No, that's dope though. What's up?
But I remember this, and we didn't mention this. Chino starts saying RIPs to everybody, including Tupac.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There was a massive misunderstanding because Chino XL, real talk, was Eminem before Eminem became Eminem, right?
Yeah.
Like Eminem took a lot from Chino, whether there's any admittance to that or not.
Yeah.
Chino was just shock value using references to be shocking. They weren't. I mean, back at the time period, you said someone's name, you were dissing them.
Yeah.
But at the time, what he was doing was what Eminem is doing today.
See,
just poking jabs and jokes at people.
That would say that he didn't go against Tupac in that sense, but he used Tupac's incident in
a negative way, and Pac didn't like that.
Well, in the comparison,
I'm trying not to get fucked like Tupac in jail, and that's not necessarily a fucking disrespect to Pac because anybody in jail is trying not to get fucked. I think. I know one.
Except for Dibby. Because he's the diddler, man. He loves that.
Oh my God, my lands, man.
He's like, I don't even need the oil.
Oh my lands. I'm just saying, like personally, like, I mean, that's just—it's like a phrase, and he was just doing a current event.
Yeah.
Pac didn't like it. Yeah. Fuck Chino XL, and then comes the Chino XL. This is the Pac that they were leaked.
Yeah.
They were never supposed to be aired. He didn't have a beef with him. And he admired
Chino XL all day, every day.
No, RIP Chino XL, RIP Tupac, RIP DMX. But like, at the end of the day, man.
It's sad that we have to say RIP to all of those
It's fucking wild, man. We're going to do it all over again next week, too, or for the next episode, too. But, like, yeah, honestly, man, I don't know. It's got to be Pac for me, man. That's fucking hard, though.
Yeah.
That's not an easy choice.
You know, it's cool.
I love DMX.
Like, I mean, look, I put it like this. Now, clown around my hand, around with the underground girls, used to frown, say I'm down when I come around. So I memorized more Tupac than DMX.
Okay, respect that. Yo, Dear Mama's fucking dope. All right, so let's move on to the rest of the verses. We only got a couple of them. We only got a couple of minutes left, right? Let's go into the series that DMX has done, right? Which one's better? The Damien series or the God Convo series?
I like the God Combo series.
You prefer that one over the Damien joints? I'm gonna say, ooh.
But the Devil ones, the Damien ones are beyond awesome.
I want to say there's the same amount. I think there's 3 of each, right? I think I prefer the Damien records. But my favorite record of all of them, I think, is Ready to Meet Him, which is the second God Combo one that you say isn't as good. But the combo is all right. Angel's beautiful.
Yeah.
But it's not like,
yeah.
I don't know. I think I've definitely preferred Damien and the Omen. And the third Damien is dope, and we get a conclusion to that story or whatever. But that's definitely a dope little story. We get Marilyn Manson on the Omen.
Yeah.
It's all like fucking really dark, but it's also hyper slow.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I mean, none of them are the first one. Whereas with the God Combos, the second one I think surpasses it. I'm kind of split. I think if I'm looking at it from a numbers thing, I prefer 2 Damien records over the 3. I prefer 1 God Combo over the 3. So it's like,
yeah.
I think I like the Damien series better.
But if the one is better than all 3.
But the other one's better than all 3.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Do you guys do you have like a definitive answer to this? Is it like definitely the God Combos?
I'm saying it's the God, but I'm not negating the Damien.
Damien ones are so
amazing too.
They're fucking great.
It's just crazy because I think I don't know. I've done something like that, but it wasn't where I was talking to Del. I was talking to myself.
Yeah, I did something like that too. That's
like
crazy. Yeah, back when it was like on my cassette tape recorder.
No, I'm saying I was talking to myself
as a kid. No, I know you recently did that. That's a dope. That's a dope record. Check that record out. No, I'm saying that I have a record where I am literally having like an argument with myself.
Yeah, man.
And it's like it's an insanity conversation. I think it's something, I forgot what I called it, man. Dude, it's lost in time.
And then I wrote a poem where it was like I was like hating on somebody, and it was like I was looking at like a little stream, and I was like looking at my reflection, but it was blurry. But then I realized it's my reflection. I'm putting all this hate into this reflection of me that I can't see until I see it, and then I realize it's me. So that's I'm saying like when you that's why I relate to DMX in the sense of more of a poetic sense than Pac. Not so much as a poetic sense, but more of like a real life and street sense. DMX had that, but he was poetic though.
Yeah,
like that was the difference. DMX was a poet. Like
I thought that DMX was a poet, or Pac was a poet too.
I mean, Pac had his book.
He had poetry books.
But
Roses That Grew Out of the Garden.
But honestly, like
on the concrete.
Like when I hear DMX's music, I'm like,
that's more poetic.
It's more poetically written.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. All right, so now let's get into those conversations with the double records, okay? Because like DMX, Damien, Snoop Dogg's Murder Was the Case. You haven't heard it, and you're gonna write it off right away. But Eminem's My Darling is another deal with the double joint, and then there's Raz Kaz's Interview with the Vampire, where he's having that conversation with God and Satan.
Okay, so Raz Kaz right off the bat.
Brilliant.
That's where I'm.
It's like some 7-minute record.
I'm going to Rise Cast right off the bat because of the complexity of it. It is what it is. Now, between Snoop and DMX,
it's hard, man, because Snoop was the OG and Murder Was the Case is like a fucking classic.
It is a classic,
and it definitely spawned it.
So I have to say that I'll go with Snoop.
At the end of the day, right? Murder Was the Case.
Yeah.
Yo, if you haven't heard Murder Was the Case. There's 2 versions of it. There's one from the Murder Was the Case soundtrack, which I think is the better version. Which I think is the better version. Then there's the one from Doggy Style, which I think has the better prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Now I lay me down to sleep. I mean, look, the one that's on Murder Was the Case soundtrack, you have these girls doing like kind of a demonic, now I lay me down to sleep. It's just hot. But on the other joint, I think it's Daz, but he's just like, now I lay me down to sleep. I think that shit's hotter.
Yeah, I know that song just in general. I gotta.
And there's also another remix from like the fucking Death Row Greatest Hits thing.
Yeah. No, but I give it to not taking away from Damien.
Damien's
not at all. But
not taking away from Eminem's My Darling.
But yeah, definitely taking away.
No, to be honest, I mean, this is coming from me. That one's way at the bottom. I mean, it's like a fucking far away margin.
That's where it should be.
Oh my god.
No, see, but
an interview with the vampire. Dude.
But going back to what I said earlier, Snoop and DMX.
I know.
Two different.
They have a lot of parallels. They're just very different worlds. They have a versus back when the pandemic happened and these verses first started. They're in the same room together.
Oh.
And they, Snoop do a track, DMX do a track.
Yeah. I don't remember.
And this is like before the production value started to increase. Yeah. So it's like real, like just like a camera in a room kind of thing. Shit's hot.
Huh.
Shit's fucking super hot. Definitely should check that out. I guarantee that's like still available here on YouTube somewhere or something.
Quick question though. Maybe this is enough. Go ahead. Are you finished with the question?
We got two more.
All right,
we got two more. One of the things that fascinates me about DMX's Damien song, this is DMX rapping, right? That character for Damien, that voice is so significantly different sounding from him. Mm-hmm. It's him, but it's significantly different. Mm-hmm. There's a couple other artists that did shit like this. Each and every single one of them, in my opinion, is fucking brilliant. And done differently in different ways. Biggie's Gimme the Loot. He's committing a robbery, and he's got his partner with him. And they're both, one's like a fucking like by the hip gunslinger, and the other one's just trying to get the job done, right? Mm-hmm. Gimme the Loot is fucking nasty. Nine's A Hit 'Em Like This is more playful. It features Froggy Frog. Mm-hmm. When we met Nine, he explained to me, I asked him, I was like, look, man, I know what's happening here. Like, Froggy Frog, that's you, bro. That isn't somebody else. And he denied it. At first he denied it, right? But then he said this to me, and shout out to Nine, man, I love you, bro. He said, I still get messages from people telling me that they've seen Froggy Frog. Like, he was in jail and got out of jail. Like, he was in the hospital. Like, he still gets, like, messages from heads saying that he's 100% real. and he relished in it. He was laughing. He loved telling that story. And I love sharing that story because it's like it's some insider shit, you know?
Yeah, I remember it. It was cool.
That was cool, man.
Yeah.
Then there's Tracy Lee's Many Faces. Have you heard Tracy Lee before?
No.
Holy fucking shit. East Coast cat. Many Faces is the opening record on this album, and he's flexing his ability to rap. It features about 5 or 6 different MCs. All of them are Tracy. All of them sound different. All of them flow different. All of them rap about different shit. It's a fucking brilliant record. And it's kind of like these concepts like taken to that next level. Yeah. And then I'm gonna give it also up to Tupac, Soulja Story. Now the difference here is that Tupac used a voice thing to slow his voice down or lower his voice, right? And so the other cat that's rapping with him is Tupac, just this like augmented deeper voice. All I want to be was a soldier like me. It's a fucking dope story about trying to break his brother out of jail and shit. It's super dope. That's off of Tupacalypse Now. And then I'm not putting him in the verses. I'm just giving a special shout out to Slick Rick for shit like Bedtime Story, Lottie Dottie, the artist storytelling. This man started this trend. But his stories where he has these different voices portraying the stories.
I don't really remember anybody else prior to that.
If anybody else was doing it, they weren't doing it this way.
Well, or it was known, like
right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, like, because of Slick Rick, we get 100% Gimme the Loot, 100%. Gimme the Loot 100% creates byproducts like Nine and Damien and Soulja Story and shit like that. So it's like it's not fair to put them in the verses.
You know,
like,
this one isn't. I'm gonna put this one into it, but it's not really with one person, but it's actually 2 people. The Onyx one, or not Onyx, Sticky Fingers is like, I think the song's called Why.
Oh yeah.
No, not Why. It's basically like he's in. He meets his boy, and they're gonna go pick up some shit at the store, but he ends up robbing the store.
That's a great story rap. I know what you're he gets shot, and he's like rapping about like, it's all hot. It, it kind of reminded me a little bit of some of the shit from Prince Paul's.
That's another one that's a great.
Which is just the whole concept of the story.
Yeah. So
but at the ending, he's talking about like the bullets being all hot and shit.
I like how it evolves from like Slick Rick to then like your guy who was
who by himself is doing all the shit. Two things like
guy,
Prince
right.
Paul, who's like taking the entire album.
Right. It just evolves, keeps evolving.
Man, hip hop is such a crazy. It's a cool ass thing. But which one of these records?
I like Give Me the Loot.
Give Me the Loot is like the classic, and I prefer that one to Biggie. And I do prefer that to Pac's Soldier Story. I love Soldier Story, but Give Me the Loot, like as a story, is so fucking you can see it.
Yeah, you can see every fucking thing he's saying. Right.
Like just like give me give me your shit. Like everything you hear him saying, he's like, "Where the paper at?"
Yeah,
like,
no, everything.
When he's sticking you, we're trying to get your money. I'm a bad bird boy.
Yeah. No, it's
goodness gracious, the papers.
It's a great song, man. I really that's why I'm going back to Bad Boy, except for the Diddler.
Oh my god, yo. Okay. Now from there, I mean, all of those are great records, and no disrespect to Nine, because Nine's is more silly. I feel like Nine's going at the bottom of that one. Soldier Story maybe, and then Tracy Lee, and then Give Me the Loot, because Tracy Lee's is just like impressive.
Yeah.
But it's not as, and no offense, Tracy, but like Tracy himself didn't really blow up like that,
right?
And
that's why
it's not as memorable because of it.
It's a little too much. Yeah.
Give Me the Loot is memorable.
Yeah.
Like we play this shit. That shit comes up a lot. Like shout out to fucking Biggie and Give Me the Loot. Okay, movies, since it's the era. It's the time. It's the season. These are movies that I think 100%, from It's Dark and Hell is Hot, we get some references to, right?
Yeah.
Horror movies. Which is the better movie? The Omen, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The Omen.
I knew you were going to say The Omen.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly though, it's probably it's the most slow burn out of the three. I love the subject matter, dude. The music. Yeah, the music.
I like where it has the more religious aesthetics to it than just some guy with like.
Of the three. Actually, that is kind of tough, man. Because like Texas Chainsaw versus Nightmare on Elm Street is a little harder for me.
You see, both of those are
super.
Both of those are good matches for each other.
They're like fanatical.
They're like the Omens, like the.
It stands out.
It's not the.
It's separate.
It's not the Poltergeist, but the Exorcist.
Yeah. How can we talk about those? It's like putting Silence of the Lamb in here.
Yeah.
Like. It's just a different movie.
Not between
Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw.
Texas Chainsaw.
Woo!
I go Texas, man.
Look,
Dean, man.
That's what it is, right? It's even though it's like it's ridiculous and it's insane, but it's grounded.
Yeah, the other one's a little too fantastical.
He's in your dreams.
Yeah,
tongues coming out. Yeah. I think there's way cooler imagery happening.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of disturbing shit happening in Texas.
Well, in all.
But again, that whole Ed Gein shit.
In all of it, but Ed Gein is. Yeah,
but she's falling asleep in the bathtub and that fucking scissor glove come out of between her legs, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I have reasons to believe. I think like
that traumatized you.
maybe for women in particular, that's probably some like
that'd be horrible.
That'd be horrible. But I can imagine it too, just being in my tub chilling, like I don't want to know. Oh my god, what are you talking about? You're nuts. Look, guys, this is it, man. We gotta wrap it up, yo. It's the end of the show. My name is Johnny Warbucks. I'm here once again with Kalishnikov Red. Please check us out on all of our social media.
Just came out with a new song, motherfuckers.
Yeah, what's the name of the record?
Battle.
Yo, check out The Battle. All right, that just dropped today, and it's a hot record.
I'm the Lord Swordsman, and that's.
Dude, I love the fucking samples, the beat, the fucking cover art on it is dope. Check out The Battle, Kalishnikov Red. Johnny Warbucks got some projects coming up, working with some heads. We'll see about it. You'll hear about it.
Resonator's coming out with some new shit.
Yo, shout out to Resonator, got new shit of me. Yeah. Yo, Puff-A-Lot. So Puff-A-Lot got some new shit coming out. He's been working with a lot of cats, making some dope-ass music.
Also, was talking to some old school guests for the Rapper's Corner, and they're going to be coming back.
Yeah, so, that's right. We're going to be bringing some homies back on board.
We have some new heads lined up, too, so... catch that show because it's got some interesting peoples, man.
Look, man. I do have to say this for those who aren't familiar with the Rapper's Corner, which is the hub of this Remember the Record podcast.
It's the Rapper's Corner,
presents presents Remember the Record. Yeah. Look, the Rapper's Corner, you may not know the artist, man, but these are really interesting conversations.
They are. They really are.
They can be funny. They can be heavy. They can be interesting. They can be relatable.
We've had some heavy motherfuckers.
We've had some heavy shit. We've had some fascinating shit. We had some wild, wacky shit.
We had controversial shit.
We had some controversy, yeah. You know, and it's not always just hip hop over there. We talk about all kinds of shit.
Like political shit,
social shit, music. Outside of hip hop, we'll talk about fucking video games, the food, drugs, alcohol, all that kind of shit.
Just check it out for real.
Mental health. We talk about all kinds of shit.
Check those, man, all that shit. And check both of our shits out, man. Like for reals, you're gonna love it. The Rapper's Corner and Remember the Record. You know where it's at, so just go there and check it out.
Yeah, you're watching it right now here on YouTube. Remember the Record. Go click on the other part of the podcast link. Check out the Rapper's Corner. We appreciate all the love and support. Like, follow, subscribe, comment, follow if you can. It means a great deal. Every follower we get on these podcasts, on these streaming sites, helps us out so much, and it's just a little click. We don't bother you. We do Remember the Record once a week. You know, on Facebook and Instagram, we're bothering you. We're like, hey, we want you to comment on the show, so we're gonna post some shit.
We don't bother you until we come to your house and break your legs because you don't follow us.
Oh my God,
follow us.
Oh my God, it's Halloween, man. We put the mask on. Follow us. Yo, that's it. I don't know what else to say. This is Johnny Warbucks. I'm out. All right, peace. What? Oh, it just went black.